Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a rematch of one of the great NFL playoff games of all time. The Chargers and Dolphins underway from Miami. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Spears with another carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about play.
Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that. Opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing is Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's again complete to Palmer. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. Touchdown! Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. Herbert now. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. They go play action with Hurts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes makes the score 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. (21-0) our score after one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Sam Laporta from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here this first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Jamison Williams.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And the LA off. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
2nd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. Watch the eye.
They're going to look to throw. It fights him off. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That is caught. He finds his big target, Ligon.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
13 yards remaining on second down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Here's Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Now the Dolphins going to burn. The first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's second and 10. Again, it's Achane.
And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now third down and 7. Now Hurts going to move him around.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. He finds his big target, Leggett.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
is 2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can... Next on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
But I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage. A little something extra in his repertoire.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Hurts.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Wright going to try and pull his way in.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Wright
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Then all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field here.
Looks like they'll move things around here.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll drop to throw.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was in. Complete. Has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tip Ryman
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dolphins are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught take care of the ball.
There he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brandon, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The offense for loss. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Dolphins,
they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.